Antarctica, a continent of ice twice the size of Australia, locked in a perpetual winter. It is the coldest, driest, and highest continent on Earth, a realm of sublime, deadly beauty. For over 60 years, it has been a symbol of human cooperation, a landmass dedicated exclusively to peace and scientific discovery, governed by the Antarctic Treaty. Here, the rivalries that define the rest of the world are meant to be set aside. Nations work together, sharing data and resources in the pursuit of knowledge about our planet's past and its future. It is the last great wilderness, a pristine laboratory, seemingly untouched by the geopolitical games of power and influence. But the silence of the ice is being broken. In the shadows of global headlines, a dramatic and unsettling change is underway. From the Kremlin, a new directive has been issued, shifting immense resources and strategic focus to this frozen frontier. Almost overnight, Russia's presence in Antarctica has intensified on an unprecedented scale. Convoys of advanced, heavy-duty vehicles crawl across the ice sheet, their tracks scarring the virgin snow. New structures are being erected at a feverish pace, far more robust and numerous than what's needed for simple climate research. Personnel, many with military backgrounds, are being deployed in numbers that dwarf the scientific contingents of other nations. The quiet hum of research has been replaced by the roar of machinery and a palpable sense of urgency. What is the purpose of this massive undertaking? Official statements from Moscow are vague, citing geological surveys and climate studies. But the evidence on the ground tells a different story. The operations are shrouded in secrecy, with restricted access zones and a notable lack of transparency. The logistics resemble a military deployment more than a scientific expedition. Cargo planes land on freshly carved ice runways, unloading sealed containers under the watchful eyes of armed guards. This is a mission with a hidden objective, a strategic play being executed in the most remote corner of the globe. This sudden surge is not without precedent. It is the echo of a long-held Soviet ambition. During the Cold War, the USSR established a network of bases across the continent, most famously Vostok Station, located at the southern pole of cold. It was here, drilling deep into the ancient ice, that they made a staggering discovery. A vast subglacial lake, hidden for millions of years beneath 2 miles of ice. Lake Vostok became an object of intense fascination and speculation. Now, Russia is returning to this legacy, not just to study it, but to conquer it. So why now? As the world grapples with shifting power dynamics and dwindling resources, Antarctica represents the final, untapped prize. The continent is believed to hold vast reserves of oil, natural gas, and precious minerals, all locked away by the treaty and the ice. Is Russia making a preemptive claim, preparing for a future when the treaty collapses? Or is the truth something far stranger? Whispers in the intelligence community speak of more than just resources. They talk of magnetic anomalies, strange energy signatures, and the enduring mystery of what lies at the bottom of Lake Vostok. Could they be searching for something else entirely? The questions multiply with every convoy and every new structure that appears on the satellite feeds. Is this a resource grab, a strategic military positioning, or a quest for a discovery that could change the course of human history? The international community watches with growing unease as Russia's Antarctic gambit unfolds. We are embarking on an investigation to peel back the layers of secrecy, to connect the dots between past ambitions and present actions, and to understand the truth behind the Kremlin's polar obsession. What is Russia really doing at the bottom of the world, and what will they find in the ice? What is driving this unprecedented surge of activity in the world's most desolate landscape? Official explanations cite science, but the scale and secrecy suggest a motive far more profound. When we peel back the layers of ice and disinformation, 4 dominant possibilities emerge, each more unsettling than the last. The first, and most pragmatic reason, is wealth. unimaginable wealth. Beneath Antarctica's frozen facade lies the last great repository of natural resources on Earth. The Antarctic Treaty forbids mineral exploitation, but it's not permanent. As global resources dwindle, the temptation to claim this prize grows. Geological surveys hint at colossal deposits, oil and gas reserves that could dwarf the Middle East, and vast seams of precious metals. More critically, Antarctica may hold the world's largest concentration of rare earth elements, the building blocks of modern technology. For a nation looking to secure its dominance, gaining a covert foothold now, positioning for a future resource grab, is the ultimate strategic play. The continent isn't just ice, it's a treasure chest, and someone may already be forging the key. Then there is the chilling possibility of military ambition. Antarctica's strategic value is unparalleled, a continent without a sovereign overlooking critical maritime choke points. During the Cold War, superpowers planned for military installations on the ice. Have those plans been revived? A secret hardened submarine base, hidden beneath kilometers of ice, would be virtually undetectable, allowing nuclear subs to patrol the globe with impunity. Or perhaps it's a testing ground for a new generation of exotic weapons, far from prying satellites, like hypersonic missiles launched from the South Pole, or a clandestine signals intelligence station. In the great game of power, controlling the bottom of the world could be the key to staying on top. But what if the prize isn't about the future, but the past? A third theory suggests a discovery so profound it would rewrite history. Fringe theories have long pointed to Antarctica as a location for lost ancient civilizations. Proponents cite ancient maps, like the Piri Reis chart, which appears to show the continent's coastline free of ice, something science says hasn't been true for millions of years. What if those maps weren't guesswork? What if an advanced civilization flourished there before a cataclysm entombed it? The discovery of structures or artifacts, perfectly preserved, would be the single greatest archaeological find in history. It would prove our story is far older and stranger than we've ever been told. Such a discovery would be a source of immense power, and a secret worth protecting. Finally, we arrive at the most terrifying possibility, that the object of this intense interest is not human at all. The Antarctic is a magnet for high strangeness, but the real mystery may lie beneath the surface. Satellites detected a massive gravitational anomaly in Wilkes Land, a giant object buried under the ice. While scientists suggest an impact crater, others wonder if it's something artificial. Could they be drilling not for minerals, but for a craft of non-terrestrial origin that crashed there millennia ago? Are they attempting to recover and reverse engineer technology beyond our comprehension? Or have they found something else? Evidence of life itself, dormant in the ice, waiting to be awakened. The secrecy, then, isn't about geopolitical advantage. It's about containing a truth the world is not ready to face. As speculation mounts, experts, journalists, and researchers reveal competing theories, from a bold geopolitical strategy to the discovery of ancient civilizations. As governments demand answers behind closed doors, scientists issue dire warnings, while online communities erupt with a storm of feverish speculation. We stand at the edge of the world staring into an abyss of ice and time. For decades, Antarctica has guarded its secrets beneath a frozen shield, a continent of ghosts and whispers. We've followed the breadcrumbs, from the shadowy ambitions of Nazi Germany's Schwabenland expedition to the hurried, classified American response of Operation High Jump. We've tracked the anomalous energy readings and the persistent, unexplained magnetic signatures emanating from the deep. And at the center of it all, a modern enigma: Russia's intensified, almost frantic activity around the subglacial Lake Vostok. The official story speaks of scientific research, of studying unique ecosystems. But the scale of the operation, the military presence, the wall of silence, it all points to something far more profound. The question is no longer they have found something, but could it be a scientific breakthrough that will redefine life as we know it? Perhaps a microbial ecosystem that has evolved in complete isolation for millions of years, holding the key to extraterrestrial life or even a cure for humanity's greatest ailments. Or is the discovery far more unsettling? Whispers in intelligence circles speak of something manufactured, a relic from a past we don't know we had. Could the legends of a lost civilization, a prehistoric Atlantis buried under the ice, be more than just myth? Some theorists, pointing to declassified documents and whistleblower testimonies, suggest the recovery of non-human technology, a craft or a beacon that has lain dormant for millennia, now stirring in its frozen tomb. This brings us to the most urgent question: why now? Has Russian technology finally breached the final barrier, allowing them to access what others could not? Or is this a preemptive move on the global chessboard? In a world of dwindling resources and escalating tensions, control of a revolutionary energy source or a piece of paradigm-shifting technology found in the planet's last unclaimed territory would be the ultimate checkmate. The Antarctic Treaty, a fragile gentleman's agreement for peace and science, could be rendered meaningless overnight. We could be witnessing the first moves in a new, silent Cold War, fought with drills and sonar in the harshest environment on Earth. As the polar night descends, and the world remains oblivious, a small group of individuals at the bottom of the world may be holding the future of our species in their hands. The signals from deep beneath the ice are growing stronger. The silence from the Kremlin is deafening. If Russia has indeed unlocked Pandora's box from its frozen prison, we must ask ourselves, what have they unleashed? And as it awakens, will it see us as saviors or as intruders? The answer may come sooner than we think, and it may change everything.